Are you tired of suitcases that break in the middle of your trip, or that are so heavy you can barely carry them? After trying out dozens of pieces of luggage, we have selected the 5 suitcases that truly stand out for their durability, lightness, and organizational capacity. From basic models to the most innovative ones with anti-theft systems and GPS, each suitcase you will see has unique features that could be exactly what you need. So, I highly recommend checking out the complete list. You will find all the links with the best updated prices in the description. Let's get started. Let me tell you about the SHOWKOO Expandable Luggage Set. I've been testing it for a while, and there's quite a bit to unpack here. You know how frustrating it can be to find luggage that actually holds up without breaking the bank, right? What caught my attention first was the polycarbonate plus acrylonitrile butadiene styrene material they've used. It's pretty solid stuff. I've seen these suitcases take some rough handling at airports without showing much wear. The textured finish is a nice touch too. My previous luggage looked like it had been through a war zone after just a couple of trips, but this one keeps looking decent. Here's something really practical. The 24 and 28-inch cases can expand by 20%. Trust me, this is a game changer when you're coming back from a trip with more stuff than you left with. I've managed to squeeze in quite a few unexpected purchases without needing an extra bag. The spinner wheels are smooth. They actually work well on different surfaces, not just on those perfectly polished airport floors. Though I should mention the handle situation, while it's comfortable to use, I've noticed it can be a bit finicky sometimes and get stuck. Not a deal breaker, but something to keep in mind. About the security features. Yes, it has a Transportation Security Administration lock, which is great, but I need to be honest about the zippers. They're not the most robust I've seen, and a few users have reported issues with them after several months of use. If you travel frequently, this might be something to consider. The color options are pretty good, and I really like how they've organized the interior. The compartments actually make sense, and the divider helps keep everything from turning into a mess when you open your suitcase. For what you're paying, the SHOWKOO set delivers good value. It's not perfect. Those zipper and handle issues are real, but it gets the job done well for most travelers. I'll drop a link below where you can check the current price and more details if you're interested. I've been putting the Rockland Hardside carry-on luggage through its paces over the last few weeks, and if you're fed up with cumbersome suitcases at the airport, this might pique your interest. The first thing you'll notice is its lightweight nature, courtesy of its acrylonitrile butadiene styrene material. The spinner wheels are impressive, handling various surfaces with ease, which was a lifesaver when I was dashing through Terminal 3 recently. The chrome telescoping handle is functional, although it does have a slight wobble when fully extended. It's not perfect, but it's not a major issue either. Packing with this hard shell design requires a bit of adjustment. Unlike soft cases, you can't just cram in an extra item. However, I was pleasantly surprised by its capacity. There's a handy mesh pocket for smaller items, and the elastic straps do a great job of keeping everything organized when you open it. One thing to keep in mind is that the surface is prone to scratches. After about 3 trips, mine has a few marks, particularly on the corners. Opting for a darker color can help make these less noticeable. Speaking of colors, there's a nice variety to choose from. I went with navy blue, which stands out among the sea of black suitcases on the carousel. In terms of price, it strikes a good balance between quality and affordability. It's not the most luxurious suitcase available, but for the price, it meets the needs of most travelers. I've used it for both weekend getaways and longer trips, and it's held up well. You'll find the current price and all the specifications in the description below. Let's dive into the Coolife Hardside Luggage 20-inch spinner. If you've ever struggled with cumbersome luggage at the airport, this might just catch your eye for several reasons. Constructed from ABS plastic, this suitcase is impressively lightweight, yet durable enough to withstand the rough handling often seen at airports. One feature that stands out is the TSA-approved lock. Having tested numerous luggage options, I find this feature provides peace of mind when checking in your bags. Inside, the suitcase is thoughtfully organized with dividers and pockets, which I found incredibly useful on multiple trips to keep my belongings from becoming a jumbled mess. However, there's a minor issue worth mentioning. The spinner wheels perform excellently on smooth surfaces, but can be a bit tricky on carpeted areas. I noticed this while maneuvering through a few hotels. It's not a major drawback, but something to be aware of if you're considering this luggage. The design is sleek, and there are several color choices available. Just a heads up, lighter colors tend to show scuffs and marks more easily, as I discovered firsthand. You can purchase this luggage as a standalone piece or as part of a set, depending on your travel needs. The additional bags in the set feature water-resistant polyester, which proved beneficial during a couple of rainy days I encountered while testing. Considering what you get for the price, it's a solid option. If you're interested in checking out the current pricing or want more details, there's a link in the description below. Let's take a closer closer look at the Rockland Softside luggage set in charcoal. After putting this set through its paces, I can confidently say it's a great option if you're seeking affordability without sacrificing functionality. Ever find yourself with more souvenirs than you planned for? The expandable feature is a lifesaver in those situations. This set includes 3 upright suitcases and a tote bag, making it versatile enough for both short getaways and extended vacations. One notable aspect is the use of durable 1200 denier polyester, which feels quite robust. I've subjected it to typical travel conditions, and it has held up reasonably well. However, if you're a frequent traveler, you might want something even sturdier. As some seasoned travelers have noted, it may not withstand constant heavy use. Navigating with these bags is a breeze, thanks to the 2 skate wheels and retractable handles. When you're rushing to make a connecting flight, you'll appreciate how smoothly they glide. Just a heads up, if you overpack and make them top-heavy, they can become a bit unstable and prone to tipping over. The charcoal color is appealing and stands out just enough on the baggage carousel while maintaining a professional look. However, be aware that some people have received slightly different shades than what they expected from online images. Let's discuss the zippers for a moment. While they generally function well, they can occasionally be tricky and get stuck. It's not a major issue, but something to be aware of before purchasing. For those who travel occasionally, this set offers excellent value. The tote bag is particularly versatile. I've used it as a carry-on and even as a gym bag. But if you're flying frequently, you might want to consider investing in something more robust. In summary, the Rockland Softside set is a reliable choice for those who travel a few times a year and want a dependable option without breaking the bank. Check out the description below for all the pricing details and specifications. Let's dive into the Samsonite Hardside carry-on luggage, which has recently grabbed my attention. Picture those hectic airport moments when you're juggling a hefty suitcase that barely squeezes into the overhead compartment. This carry-on could be the solution to those woes. What stands out for me is its lightweight nature, just 6.7 pounds, which is a game changer when you're sprinting to catch a flight or hoisting it into the overhead bin. The spinner wheels are quite remarkable too. I've tried them on both sleek airport floors and those pesky cobblestone streets in Europe, and they perform admirably on both. Regarding durability, I've been using this luggage for several months, and it's holding up impressively. The hard shell feels robust, and Samsonite offers a 10-year warranty, which certainly provides some reassurance. However, if you're someone who prefers their luggage to stay spotless, you might need to be cautious. I've noticed it tends to pick up scratches easily, especially if you decide to check it in. The storage capacity is surprisingly good for a carry-on. With smart packing, I can usually fit enough clothes for a week-long trip, and it complies with airline size restrictions, which is crucial. There are several color choices available too, which is great if you're not a fan of the standard black luggage. There are a couple of areas that could use improvement though. The single top handle can be a bit awkward when you're carrying it upstairs. I really wish there was a side handle. Also, the interior zipper placement takes some getting used to. It's not a major issue, but it's different from what you might be accustomed to. In terms of cost, I believe you get your money's worth. It's not the cheapest option out there, but it's definitely built to endure. If you travel a few times a year or more, it's worth considering. I've included all the pricing details and where you can find it in the description below.